Hey guys, welcome to Podiatry Practice Mastery. This week I'm going to go over the interview that we had with Andrew Schneider. This is one of the better interviews that I've done, and if you haven't listened to it yet, it's worth it. He's a great marketer, talks about Designer, that's that website that I talked about before, to kind of basically take a YouTube video and you can pull out the screenshots and it can very easily make a book. We talk about that. Maybe we talked about it afterwards, but he talks about his whole marketing philosophy, does some great work. I'll talk about this welcome packet that I've showed you guys before and give some feedback on that. A diet doctor, they have kind of a subscription model. I'm still kind of bent on finding a subscription option. Wound care kits to increase DME. This is something that I talked about with Daniel Hall that he uses. That might be something good if you do some wounds. A newsletter example I got from an audiology clinic. And then my favorite marketing examples, renewal. I don't know if you guys get these in your mailbox every month, or every week, but I do from them. So let's talk. So this first interview, we talk a lot. I'll put a link underneath it. A great interview, great marketer, just a nice person in general. So I think you're going to like that interview. This is the welcome packet. I'll show you guys in a second what's inside of it. And this is based on Dan Kennedy's idea of a shock and awe package. This is something that I've kind of hacked the medical record with Athena. So every new patient gets this welcome packet, and I also put it on my website under my name. And basically it gives them something to look at before they come into the office. Diet doctor, this is something that they have now. They sent me this stuff. They wanted me to prescribe low carb stuff. But I do talk to my patients about this. I recommend this site. And this is kind of a neat marketing idea. So sending out like brochures and these welcome packets, these are something that to measure weight. You know, pretty much all this went in the trash, but I wanted to show it to you before it went into the trash. I'm not a diet doctor, but I do recommend like intermittent fasting and this low carb stuff as well. This is an example of that audiology. So this is coming from an audiologist. They do it 4 times a year, and they have like little helpful tips, things like that, basically just staying in front of people with some articles. This is a very similar one that we're going to be doing in our office. It's not specific to their practice that much, but it's kind of it has some neat, and you have the doctor's names down here and the little things that they can kind of talk about as well. And this is my favorite marketing thing. So this was cool. I got this in the mail and had my name, my address, opened it up, looked like this. It says, I wanted you to see this. It looks like this was handwritten. It's great. And then inside, handwritten. It's not really handwritten, but it was just asking me to do my windows. So it's kind of a cool marketing thing that you might like. Okay. So that's my little, so let's go kind of next here and look at some of these other ones. So this was Andrew. This is our interview. And I talked about his website, his YouTube channel, if you want to look at that. SendSpark was something that we talked about. ConvertBox and this Designer are the things that we talked about during his interview. So if you want to learn about these things, it might be a good one to listen to. So this is the welcome packet that I put together. I paid someone on Fiverr to do this. Now this was a little bit more expensive one, but this is something that it has a lot of links in it. So if you look at it, it has a table of contents right here, kind of an introduction, what patients are saying, talks about like testimonials, basically pulled them from Google reviews, a welcome letter, just basically information. And I dictated this on, I did it on Zoom, and then it transcribed it automatically via otter.io because it's linked together. Some information about me, my patient courses that I put together, it has those, links to the patient books, links to YouTube videos, links to Healthy Living. This is a little TV program, and links to articles that I did for Vitals. Basically, Vitals, I don't know if you remember, this was a few years ago. What they would do is they would send us articles, and we just approve them, and then they put our names on them, basically. And so a lot of people that are listening to this might have done that. So these are all those articles, and then my Amazon recommendations. So the rationale behind some of this, these Amazon recommendations, you do get an affiliate program. So every time they click one of these, they would go to that. Articles just to build kind of reputation, television program, building reputation, YouTube videos, building reputation. So all these things, it's called a shock and awe package. Basically, before patients come in, the more that I can give them, the better, right? So it's a little overwhelming because it's almost 300 pages, but with a PDF, who cares? You can have it as long as you want. So the first 10 pages are just reviews. And then as you kind of go down, there's just some information about me and what I've done and these things like that, patient courses that I've done, things like that. So all these things are guiding back to the blog. That's going to help them get more information, and it'll help build that blog list. So that's the purpose. YouTube videos, condition-specific videos, healthy living television program. I put it into what we're talking about, like my main areas of interest, like running and sports medicine, shoe gears, life hacks, general health, diet, diabetes information, obesity and weight loss, and then articles on Foot Vitals. Basically, I went to Foot Vitals and I took off all the articles and I put them all here. I copied and pasted them right here. Okay. And then way down at the end, you'll get down and you'll see the Amazon. So basically on Amazon, there are different things that can be used for ganglion cysts, for gout, for Haglund's deformity, and it'll link over to the Amazon account. So that's kind of a overwhelming thing, but I just wanted to show that to you. Also, Diet Doctor Plus, they put a subscription basically for their customers, and they gave those that are influencers access. That's kind of a neat idea. So how in our profession can we maybe develop something? I think of Larry is doing, for example, this plantar fasciitis course. Well, he could sell it for, let's say, 125, but if we all could sell it for him and we got maybe 50% cut on that or something like that, that's a way of doing it. This is not an affiliate yet. It's basically, I think that we'll do that eventually, but they have a lot of information. It's $10 a month. And what you get is this meal planner community. I think the biggest key is community for this. And this is the example of what they gave me. So this is one that we did. This is like this meal plans that we did and we made. It's kind of a neat format, but just an idea of a membership site that might be a good idea for you. And then finally, we talked about some wound care kits. If you don't use any of these might be a good idea for you if you can bill it for DME. Basically, what Daniel told me is that you just do it for those that have Medicare. So we don't do a lot of wounds in our practice, but for the ones that we do, might be an okay idea for us, even if we're not doing that much. He says it reimburses pretty reasonably. We do a lot of other DME. I think we tried DME in the past, but we had like all these all these wound stuff just kind of sitting around, and we lost them either because they expired or we weren't doing too much. So maybe ordering them one at a time as you need them might be a good idea. Okay, that's for this week, guys. Okay, thank you.